Hey guys, welcome back to the C programming tutorial. This is part 2 on our series of salary calculator programming. If you haven't watched the previous tutorial that we generated this menu, please check on the link below to watch the video to update yourself. So in this tutorial, we are going to handle all these options on our menus. As we discussed from the demonstrations, every time the user input either one of these characters, we need to process them and display the result. And I am also appealing, if you find this video useful and enjoy watching it, please consider subscribing to CMTEQ channel and give the videos a thumbs up. That will be highly appreciated. I thank you. Okay, so this is our main loop. So this is the main loop where the program is being executed. We've declared a variable of car type, and the variable is being assigned the value that this function menu is returning. Now the functions is defined here. This is the menu function. This functions is awaiting a user input. Here when we say please choose an option. So when the user choose either one of these characters, the value is then assigned into the car val, and that is a return value for the functions. And that return value is then assigned into this select variable that we have defined. And that is then processed with a switch statement. So we're going to include a switch statement here that will be handling all the cases based on the return from the menu function. And the loop will be running. As you can see, it's a do while loop, so it's first going to execute before checking the conditions. So long as the condition of the loop is not true, the exit condition is not true, the loop will stay indefinitely inside that do while. So the first thing to do here is to include our switch statement. So we go switch, open bracket. Then what are we switching? We're switching select, because that's the value that we're going to switching into different cases. Now the different cases that we have to process are the cases that are coming from the menu function here. Now we know we got case A, that is going to be entering the number of hours, and then the calculated tax, the UIF, the net salary, and the case to display the result, and the one case is to exit. So these are our cases. So we need to be handling them, but we're going to change them a little bit. Instead of writing the characters, we're going to give them a meaningful name for our cases. So we go case 1, so that will be for hours. So this is for hours work. Now we're going to just leave it empty for now, because we're going to be handling. So we're going to handle them later. So remember to put your break, otherwise your case is just going to overflow. It's not going to know when to stop. Then the next case to handle is to calculate the tax. So we're just going to say tax, and then we break. Next case to calculate is your UIF, then we break. Next case to handle is going to be your net salary. That is your take home pay. Then we break. And then the next case will be to display the result. So we're just gonna say display, just shortening it there, and then we break, small later. Okay, then the next case is to exit the loop. So that is to exit the loop, and we break. Now we also need to have a default case. The default case is if either one of these is not entered, you need to do something. So if the user does not select either one of these, or the user enter some other random character that is not hard coded here, then you need to handle it as well. So that will be the default case. So we're going to handle it here. So this is where we're going to write the code for all our cases. Okay, now what do we do next? As you may notice that all these variables that we've now added here, they don't exist. If we run this program, let's just stop there. If we run this program, you can see the program will crash with a lot of errors. It's telling us, well, we don't know what this is. Hours, that's undeclared. Taxes undeclared. UIF is undeclared. All of these are undeclared. So what then do we need to do? We need to define them. we need to declare this variable. So we're not going to declare them like in character types or integer type or string type, what have you. We're going to declare them as in the form of micros. So we come back into our micros here, and then we're going to define and assign the characters to all of them. So we define for hours, we are assigning the character A, and then we define again, what's the next one? Text, that's the character B. Define UIF, that's a character C. Define net salary, net, so that's a character D. Define display, so that's a character E. And then we have exit, that is already defined here as the character X. So when all these characters are entered, as we can see from our menu, that is what we have: A, B, C, D, E, and X. So when the user enter all of them, we've already hard coded them, so the program will know what to handle. That if the symbol is A, we know that must be assigned to hours. And then when we come to the program, to the main loop here, so when the menu return A, because that's what we're going to be entered here. So when the menu return A, it's scan, and then the character is stored in this variable and it's returned, and then assigned to the select here and pass into the switch statement. That means the value of A, the character A, is already assigned hours. Automatically the switch statement we detect that it is hours, because it's hard coded in the micros. Then we're going to do what we need to do in the hours case. So let's first run this program again and see if we are still okay here, if the errors are gone. So the build is successful, there is no more errors. Now if we enter any letter, nothing is happening because we are not yet handling what each one of these cases is supposed to do. Let's first print something, because as you can see, when the program is run, you enter, you don't get anything. We are well within the cases, even the default case, but because there is nothing to display within these cases, then the program is not doing anything. So what we need to do is we need to write a code here, just a small print function, just to tell us that we are indeed within the specified case. Now this is very important. If you are debugging your program, then you know, okay, at least my program did reach that point. So if we hit case A, we want to display hours. That means we are for hours. Let's say enter. And if I'm just going to copy this one and paste it right here. So this is going to be for text. So if you hit B, then you know it's for text. If you hit C, it's UIF. If you hit C, then it's for your UIF. If you hit D, then it's for your net pay. If you hit E, then it's for display the result. Now if you hit exit or you hit X, then we exiting. So we hit exit there. Now what happens if you hit some kind of gibberish or nonsense or anything? Then we need to say, okay, this is the default, but we're going to enter that. For now we just write that. So let's run and see what's the result of our code. Okay, so I enter A, then it's input hours. I enter B, then it's text. I enter C, UIF, D, net, E, display. If I enter X, then I exit, but I'm not going anywhere. As you can see, there's even still S here. So everything is not being clear. Whereas if you see on the demo program here, if I hit A, you can see I'm clearing the screen and I'm moving into a new screen where I can enter the number of worked hours and I'm returning. So in order for us to clear the screen or clear on the console, because on the cursor, because remember this is a cursor. So if you hit A, okay, we display hours. That means we are in the hours case, but the cursor still have the character A there. We need to clear that. In order to do that, we just have to use call the Windows function system and pass it. So we call the Windows system and then we pass a command clear, which is denoted with CLS. So that means clear the console. Now this is the same command that you can use to clear also your command prompt when you are working on something. For instance, if you open a command prompt and if you, let's navigate to your C directory. So this is my C directory. If I hit there, then you can see there's all sorts of things that are right on my C drive. But now if I want to clear this console, I just hit CLS, then I'm clearing the whole console. So this is exactly the same thing we're going to be doing there. But I want to add something that is going to be flashing the input also. So that is very important because we are running a loop and entering a lot of input. So we need to be clearing the buffer to let our program run smoothly. So we just put std in, that's a standard input. So we clear the buffer there. Now let's try the program again and see if that's going to work. Okay, so I enter A. Now you see A is going. So let's try B. B is disappearing, but you can see something is flashing here. Tax is flashing fast. Now what we need to do, we need to hold it there before it disappears. So we just need to add in a delay here. We need to add a delay. So in C programming, the delay is enabled with a sleep function. So basically the sleep function allow your processor to wait and do nothing while something is being executed, or basically just do nothing. So if when the program run here, we print hours and we get to this line, hours is still there, but the program stops before it moves to something else. So you can see that because we didn't have the delay, so as soon as the program was moving, hours was being cleared because we were getting here, and this happened very fast. So now we want to delay for 2 seconds before we get to this point to clear the console. So let's try that. Okay, let's enter A. See now we got hours and it's clear after 2 seconds. Let's try that again. Hours cleared after 2 seconds. Let's enter debrief. You see that's still going faster because we don't have a delay on the default options there. Okay, but we want to clear the whole screen after we enter our case. So what do? Because we know that we're getting our screen here, the menu is coming from this select option that is displaying the menu. So what we need to do is we need to run the same option, the same command. After we've loaded the menu, we need to run the command again, and that is going to clear our menu. So let's just make a space there and paste the same command. So after pasting this same command, now when the menu is executed and displayed on our screen, we enter the loop. Okay, so we are waiting for the switch case. As soon as the case is entered, then we entered into the case, we execute, so we clear that, as you can see. So let's try that. Now let's try A. You see, so we clearing the menu, we displaying for 2 seconds, and we coming back. Now we coming back. 2 seconds, we coming back. Now even the default will work. We're going to clear, you see, but it's happening very fast. Why? Because we don't have a delay. So we need to enter the delay as well on the other cases. So let me just copy here and then paste it there on each one of these cases. Right. Okay, so that's all. So if we run this again, now we got delay everywhere. So I can hit E and it's gonna display for a moment, and then we can handle every other cases. So that's also the exit. Okay, so we're going to stop this program for now here before it gets too long. So in the next tutorial, we're now going to handle some of these cases properly, because now remember, every cases is an option. So we're going to have functions that are going to deal with that. So if you enter X, then there must be a function that must handle the exit. If you enter the default, we need to write a function that can handle the default, or just write the message to display on the screen, and so forth for all other cases. So stay tuned for the next tutorial. Please guys, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, and stay tuned for the next tutorial. Thank you.